Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is absolutely amazing day, really big day for me. We've got ourselves 15 queen cells. 15 queen cells, that's a lot of splits we're making. We're basically doubling up our numbers, and yeah, I'm a bit worried, nervous, and a bit stressed. I don't know if we've got enough bees. I've got a rough plan, so I think I know what I'm doing, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I have got a few Paynes nucs that I bought recently. I've been painting them this week, and hopefully we've got enough of those ready for all these splits as well. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day, so let's get started. Got our smoker going, kind of. Oh, exciting day. Okay, so I got some nucs in my car, and yeah, get these over to the hives so we can make splits, I guess. Now, it is a little bit cold today. I was hoping the weather would be a little nicer than it is, but we've got our queen cells now, so we've got no choice. So we're gonna have to crack on. 15 queen cells is a lot of queen cells. I mean, hopefully they all successfully mate. I don't know if that's realistic. Guess it really depends on the area. It's a bit untested here. I've got a few colonies here, but whether there's actually enough drones in the area to mate, we will have to wait and see. This could either be very good or an expensive mistake. And yeah, there's only one way to find out. These are my notes. I've got a little bit of a plan on what I'm doing. Whether we can actually stick to this plan, we'll find out. But yeah, let's head over to our first hive, and I believe that one, we're adding a queen cell straight in. So yeah, let's do that. So this is the carry case. We've managed to borrow it for the day while we get our queen cells in. And let's, oh, I've got some foil here. Okay. So there's our queen cell. Let's wrap it in a bit of kitchen foil. Okay, we've wrapped our queen cell with a little bit of foil, and I guess that's to stop the bees chewing her out. But I think they'll be happy to have a queen. Okay, one cell down, 14 to go. Queen in this one is actually doing fine, but they're just not big enough to be in a hive, so I'm going to pop them into a nuc. So I did paint these nucs, and I painted the feeder as well because I've got an unpainted one next door, and that one ended up leaking syrup straight through it. So I've decided to paint the feeders on the nucs just to make sure they don't leak. And let's pop these frames in. Okay, we've got a queen. It's just there. This syrup needs to go into here somehow. Bloody hell. I gotta be honest, I'm not a massive fan of these Ashforth feeders after using them. Yeah, they're a bit of a pain. Now that has spilt a little bit. Quite a lot, actually. One thing I do like about these Paynes nucs is the, with having the internal feeder, means you can have a clear crown board on top, and it's good for having a look without actually disturbing the bees. Wow, looks like there's actually been a battle in this hive between the bees, and right there is a queen wasp. Wonder why she was in the hive, I don't know. But it looks like the bees won. This hive had a lot of emergency swarm cells the other day, so there is a queen in here. What we're going to do is we're going to put this queen into a nuc, move her to another part of the apiary so all the flying bees come back to this hive, and we're going to take a split out of this hive as well. I think that's the plan. So we'll put one queen cell in here, we'll put another queen cell in a nuc, and we'll put the original queen in a nuc. Yeah, so actually when I spotted the queen cells the other day, I popped the queen in a little cage. Now I don't have my hive tool with me, so it's a bit tricky. So this is going to be my new hive tool. So you've got our queen in there, she's fine, she's safe. I got a nuc here. I'm actually going to pop the queen excluder entrance on this one because I don't want the queen to fly off. I think actually while I'm faffing, I'm going to pop this back in the car just to keep it warm until I've got everything sorted, and then I'll pop our queen cells probably in at the same time. That's a beautiful frame of cat brood as well. 2 more queen cells. Now these are due to hatch tomorrow. Right, first cell, let's pop that into nice and gently like that. That one in there. There we go, so our queen's out of that cage now. Let's pop the lid on. Okay, so we need to do exactly the same for this one. I'm absolutely rubbish at keeping my smoker going. Oh, there we go, it is going still. Oh, the entrance is this side. Okie dokie, let's have a look in this one. A couple of frames of foundation in. Let's release our queen in. Okay, let's move our queen out of the way. So we've taken our queen out of this. Let's go grab a queen cell and do the same for this one. Another beautiful queen cell. She's in there, ready to come out tomorrow. And we're going to introduce it into this hive now, with the queen being caged in here for a few days because of the swarming. Well, I put her in a cage to stop her swarming, but also I knew I was going to buy some queen cells. My idea was that she couldn't lay any eggs, so they can't make their own queen cells. Now that the queen's been removed, the only choice, hopefully, is to accept the queen that we're popping in. Let's just wrap this with a bit of kitchen foil as well. This is probably not the way you're supposed to do it. That is an absolute mess. Let's try that again. Let's pop her in. Okay, let's get this all back together. And then we're on to our last hive of this apiary. Yeah, our plan is just to make a split with this one. This is actually just a locally mated queen, and she's actually doing really, really well. They're doing well, don't want them to swarm, so I'm just going to take out maybe 2 frames of brood in a frame of stores and pop it in a little nuc. And look at all this honey. Can't wait to eat that. I don't know if it makes much difference, but I'm trying to not put a frame of eggs in. Pop some frames of foundation in here. So there we go, we've got our queen cell. Wrapped it in a bit of foil. Let's pop it in our nuc. Okay, so there we go. We've got 4 nucs that we've made. We've used up 5 of our 15 queen cells so far. And yeah, it's surprising actually how much time it's taken. So we better get off to our other apiary. We're gonna take 2 of them, the 2 with the cells in, and we're gonna leave the 2 that we've got the queens in for all the flying bees to migrate back to their original colonies or their original hives where we've introduced our queen cells to those ones. Let's take a couple of these and let's get to our next apiary. Okay, so we're at our first apiary. I've brought the 2 nucs here, I've put them on a pallet, open the entrances up. This one is super busy. One thing to note, yeah, don't put the queen cells in before you transport the nuc. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, I didn't do that, and the queen cells moved a little bit inside. Let's have a look in this one. You can see the queen cells drop down just a fraction. And then check out the entrance on this one. That is busy. But you'll see queen cell on that one has also just dropped down a fraction. So we've learned our lesson. Move the nucs first, then put the queen cells in. Really is quite obvious, but yeah. Now this one, we've got 3 nucs, and I can't remember exactly how many cells we need to put in these hives, but yeah, let's get started. I am quite stressed today. Yeah, maybe don't get 15 queen cells at one time. I think this queen's doing well. Just gonna make a split from it. Should be super simple. Okay, so that's our 1 nuc done. Let's just put this in the shade out the way for a minute. So I'm not sure what the situation with this little small nuc is. Had a small little swarm, popped it into this box, but couldn't actually find the queen in here, so not really sure why. Have a quick look just to double check there isn't a queen, but I don't think there is. Okay, yeah, so there's a queen cell here on this frame, so I'm guessing there's no queen in here. We could leave that queen cell, and that would probably be fine, but as we've bought our queens, yeah, we're gonna shake these off, destroy that cell, and pop in an F1 Buckfast Queen Cell. So we're actually gonna get rid of that one. Potentially looks like the start of another one. So I'll just get rid of that as well. There really isn't many bees in here. Okay, so we've got our queen cell. Let's give it a bit of a wrap in foil. This one is very small, but I'm sure it's still fine. There we go. Okay, and then on to the big hive. Okay, so this one had swarm cells, so we're gonna have to remove the queen in this one. I think this one was trying to swarm because it just didn't have enough space, but look, it's got a super on, but they're just not drawing it out, which is a little bit frustrating because I think they're not drawing out the super, they're putting all the nectar in the brood box, and then they're getting congested, the queen can't lay, and then I think that's what's causing them to try and swarm. So we know where our queen is in this one because I popped her in a cage once I saw the swarm cells the other day. Let's pop her out to the side. Right, let's get our nuc ready. Don't have my hive tool. Okay, that's a good cat frame restores. That's excellent. Pop that one in. So we got our queen in this little cage, and I can actually just pop her into this nuc now. I don't think there's any swarm cells on any of those frames. So they're on a single brood now. Hopefully that will force them into the super and try and draw out some of this foundation. You can't swarm, hopefully, because there's no swarm cells, and they've only got 1 queen. They got no queen until that one hatches, and then they got 1 queen. That is it for here. Now we gotta go take those 2 nucs to the woodland again, and then we gotta go to our bedroom apiary, and then back to the woodland and back here, I think. Oh, a lot of back in 2. Okay, so back at the woodland, and I've just brought this one and that far one from our first apiary to the woodland. So it's still closed up, so I'm just going to open the entrances. And that one. There we go. Now we just need to get a couple queen cells, pop it in those 2, and then we can head to our bedroom apiary. Okay, we made it to the bedroom apiary. We've still got a few more splits to make. Let's get on with it. 4 more cells. Okie dokie then. One thing I would say about these Paynes one is without a hive tool, bit tricky to... Oh God. Okay, I just checked my notes, and yeah, I popped a frame of eggs in here to check to see if they drew any queen cells out of it, and yeah, they did. So yeah, there's no queen in here. So let's give them one. Pop you in there. Like that. Final 2 nucs to make. And it should be out of this one here. This is a monster. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, that is a beautiful frame. That's a good frame of stores. And that for a nice frame of brood again. Wow. Nice frames. Look at that one. Woo. Okay, that's us done. We need to go back now to our first apiary and take those 2 nucs. Okay, so we're back. We've got our final 2 queen cells and we've got our 2 nucs from the roof. Oh, it has been a stressful day. Let's get those nucs down there on the pallet. Let's put the 2 queen cells in and then we should be done for the day. Oh, right. I don't think I'm going to be getting 15 queen cells in one day anytime soon. Yeah, maybe too many for me. It's stressful. I really hope these actually managed to mate successfully after all this. Last 2. Last one. That was a bit of a task, but we got there in the end. It's been a pretty full-on day. I don't know if any of the video made any sense. I really hope, fingers crossed, that these nucs do well over the next couple of weeks and the queens manage to come out and then they manage to mate successfully. We won't know for another week or 2, so stay tuned for that video. And yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these nucs if they are successful. We'll have to set up another site. That's the only option. We're going to have to set up another site. Yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay this long, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.